Hi everyone, welcome to another video. This is wedding week. Alright, so I'm not even going to tell you guys. Actually, yes I am. I'm about to tell you right now. When it was all said and done, all of the footage that I had was 2 hours. That was such a long video. I said, oh my God, 2 hours? What in the entire world? And mind you, at one point I ended up, and you'll see it because it kind of jumps over, but I went to start doing like my little decorative stuff over top of the date covers, and I didn't even record that. So that would have been at least another 20 minutes. I'm like, this is craziness. This is madness. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the kit briefly. This kit is from a shop called PaperFocus. It is or was on Etsy. I'm not sure if it is still available, but if it is, I'll link it down below. I think I actually did this when I first announced on here that I was getting married, and I had showed my wedding planner as well as this kit. So I'll link that video for you guys here, and then I did go through it, I believe, in my planner, like my kit lineup video. So make sure you check that one out too. But what happened was, once I got engaged, and I told my sister, I told my sister and my like two best friends that like we're always like doing stuff together, always talking, whatever. Right after that, my sister went ahead and ordered me a wedding planner and this kit because she knows that I'm into planning. And when she said, okay, you got two things coming, and I'm like, oh my God, like what? What is going on? So I saw I think the wedding planner came first. And I'm so sorry about the noise behind me. The wedding planner came first, and I was shocked. I said, oh my goodness. Yeah, so as I was saying, she went ahead and bought me this planner with a wedding planner and this kit for me to use. And I decided when she bought it for me that I was going to use it for the week of the wedding. And I thought it was so special that, she took it upon herself to, buy these things for me, because of course I plan to, buy my own and find my own stuff, but I thought it was so special that she went ahead and did it, and I love her so much for that. So I'm just going to talk about a little bit of what I'm doing. I did have to cut down the day covers because this kit is formatted for a happy planner. So of course, as you see, the boxes are a little taller. But it worked out with me having to cut down the day headers because I was able to use that to extend the washi all the way over. So it ended up working out. I'll go through and let you guys kind of know where I use like some things from. So on the sidebar, the July script is from Paper Trail Plans, and then that half mandala is from Sadie Stickers. The two butterflies are from Paper Trails Plans freebie actually, and then those little dot clusters are from Honey Ink. Across the top, I did use the butterflies on clear from Sadie Stickers, those banners, as well as the stars. And then the dots again are from Honey Ink. The bottom washi, it is actually an overlay tape, but I just used it as bottom washi. That's from Sadie Stickers. And then the solid one with the florals are from the kit. I did use a lot of Crest by Thaowie icons here, a few scripts from Paper Trails Plans, as well as Letters to Apollo and Scribble Prints Co. A lot of my like embellishments are from Sadie Stickers as well. And then I utilized a lot of the freebies that I had. I've acquired a few freebies for with rose gold on it, and I pulled all of them out so I could use them during these spreads, especially when some of them really like kind of went with this like theme idea that I have. So I really wanted to incorporate them. Now here, my original plan was to use this as like a picture book, so almost like to open it up and have like pictures of us. But what I ended up deciding, instead of putting all that stuff in my sidebar like I normally would, I'm just going to put pictures. So I'm going to do that after I finish filming, the quarterly flip through. I'm going to put those in because some of the pictures I do want to put in shows my husband's face directly. And even though I do talk about stuff and talk about him, he does not ask to be on here. So to respect his privacy in that sense, at least as much as I can, like I try to, not show his face. Also try not to for other people too that, don't really want to be involved. Like I use a lot of nicknames, or I won't write their entire name down. As you'll see, I do later on in this spread. But yeah, I just wanted to I wanted to really make it like a memory spread and add our pictures in there. So I just left it blank. I may actually go back and white out the gray background. I'm not 100% sure. It's a possibility, but I may not as well. But yeah, on the sidebar, I was supposed to switch those two boxes. So the True Love is the Greatest Adventure was supposed to be the sidebar one. And then the other one was going to be on the first, since it is August. But it is what it is. And I'm like, I'm not changing it. Originally, I did have the Hello August from the Pretty Pink Co. But I swore that I had one from Paper Trails Plans. And I did. So I put that on there. And I liked it better just because it's on that transparent matte, so you can kind of see the design behind it, whereas on a Pretty Pink Co it is a white background. So I'm laying down the boxes, and unfortunately I forgot to hit record to show you guys how I did the little decorations at the top of the planner. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start talking about the plans, because when I tried this prior, I wasn't done and the video was done. So I want to get a head start. So for Monday, oh, one more thing I'm going to talk about. As far as the florals that I used in this kit, because the pretty much the entire kit is made with florals, any of the extra like washi strips that I had from the things that I cut from the day covers, I kind of cut out some of the florals as best as I can to use for layering as well. And then I used a sheet from the the Sweet Planner as well, and I'll link that sheet down below for you guys if you wanted to go check it out. But I used those for all of my like floral accents. So for the top of Monday, I ended up early. I don't know why, but I was up early. It's a hot behind mess. So I used the clock from the kit and then cut out some florals from the kit, and then that little embellishment is from, well, flourish is from Sadie Stickers. Then I used a Pandabird Designs laptop girl and the half scallop to mark that I did have to go to work. I'm gonna accent her hair bow with a bow from the Giving Girl. Later on that day, I did have to go through my clothes, and I was like figuring out what all I was packing, what all I needed to still go buy or source out, that type of thing. And I used some florals from the Sweet Planner, and then that shoe is from the Wedding Bucket List. And then at the bottom, I ended up marking out that it was 7 days out. So I used this 7, which is one of the like days that I could use for this kit. And then I just write in days. And then I used that flower that's from the Paper Trail Plans. What is that? The freebie. And then one of the little half banders from Sadie Stickers. Tuesday, I did accent that box with the like star dangled I don't know what those things are called, but they from the Giving Girl. I accented that over top of the full box. That morning, my cousin had to come over to do some work on the window, so I used the little tools from Crafts by Thaowie, and then the house, my custom skirt from Paper Trails Plans. Then I had a couple of errands that I needed to go to. I needed to go to Macy's to go get the rest of his gift. Well, I had ordered it and I needed to pick it up. I needed to go to Joann's to get like some florals and the like things to make my throwaway bouquet. I needed to go to Target and Walmart to put together my what if kit. And I mean literally that's a what if kit, but all of that stuff that I have is definitely like travel size and stuff that I can use outside of like it being a wedding. So it kind of worked out. It was a lot though. And then at the end of the night, our programs had came and the favors had came. So I started putting those things together. Wednesday on my lunch break, I did go get my teeth whitened, which was a gift from my cousin, which was so beautiful. I appreciate that. After that, I did do some more sorting of my clothes again. Same thing. I finished those favors, thank the Lord, because that was a lot. And I ended up going to bed about 11 o'clock. And of course, once I got in bed, I realized that Joanne still had my fabric. So I had to call them. And they said, oh, yes, we do have it. It'll be at the checkout desk. I said, okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So then for Thursday, I ended up talking to my coworker. She just wanted to talk to me before, I was off for the wedding and the honeymoon to wish, him and I well, making sure I put my out of office on so I don't get any like emails and people be like, oh, she's not answering her emails, that whole thing. So I talked to her in the morning. On my lunch break, I did have to run to the bank to do some stuff for Eastern Stars, and then I needed to go to the fabric store. I had bought fabric that I originally wanted as an overlay for all of the tables, but to cut on costs, I decided to just get it on ours, and then I figure I can use that at home for us. And I gave it to my grandmother to when I went to see her. I gave it to her so she can clean up the hem for me, and it was so beautiful. And the funny part is I forgot to tell my coordinator. Actually, I forgot to tell my coordinator a lot. I had bought like rose gold butterflies to put around on all of the tables and the bouquets and stuff. I forgot to tell her that. And then I also forgot to tell her where that tablecloth was supposed to go. So she ended up putting it on the cake table. But it was beautiful though. It looked really nice with it. So I'm not too mad. I'm not too mad. So yeah, I put my out of office on. I had a couple more errands, of course, to run. So I marked that with that pen from Crafts by Thaowie as well. No, I think that one is actually from Sadie Stickers. And then I had more laundry to do. And then I ended up not going to bed till like 2 a.m. On Friday, I did reach out to one of my best friends and ask, say, hey, can you ride with me to New York? I got to go pick up my dress. So she's like, of course. She said me and my goddaughter will come. So I went to go pick them up, and I had her drive because I was so sleepy. I felt like I was drunk. So I had her drive, but it was beautiful. And, we chit chatted. They kind of like really helped me calm my nerves because I was like kind of losing my mind. But I picked up my dress and it was so beautiful. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was kind of sad, like, oh my God, I'm not going to like come up here anymore. Like, oh, I was like saying, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back. But I am going to post a video with me doing all of my like dress fittings and picking up the dress and stuff like that. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you won't miss out on that video. And then I did have to do a couple more errands while we were up there. I ran into Michael's, which was not far from where the bridal salon was. We went to Starbucks and Chick-fil-A because we were hungry and it was time. After that, we got right back on the road because we had our rehearsal at 1 o'clock that day. And then I also needed to drop off my ring, which happened to be, the jeweler happened to be not far from the venue. So I dropped off my ring first, and then we went to the rehearsal. And it was like kind of cool because they were set up for another wedding. We ended up seeing, some of the we actually saw everybody. We saw the bride, we saw the groom, we saw their wedding party, and we actually saw their first look, which was so sweet. It was so pretty, and it was so beautiful. I was so happy for them. And then during our rehearsal, like right at the end, I wanted to have them all at least walk down once with the song that I chose for the wedding party. Bad mistake, because I cried my behind off. Like I couldn't. I was trying to like calm my nerves and try to calm myself from crying, and I couldn't stop. It was terrible. I was crying. He was trying to console me. It was a mess. It was a whole mess. But yeah. So we ended up we finished the rehearsal. I needed to go pick up my ring, and then I forgot the fabric for my grandmom, so I had to go back to the house, meet back up with her, and then go over to the rehearsal dinner. So it was, excuse me, it was a mess, but it was cool because it ended up working out. You know, they wasn't going to do anything at the rehearsal dinner until we got there anyway. They ordered the shots. We laughed and talked, and it was a good time. It was a good time. And then I came home and I started packing more. Saturday morning, we had to go get our COVID swab for traveling. So him and I went to do that. And then after that, we separated, which was kind of sad. I'm just like, oh my God, we got to separate. But it's cool. So we did that. Then I had a whole bunch more errands to run. I needed to go get my hair done. I had a sew-in for my wedding, so I got the base of that done. And then all of my girls, except for his sister, because his sister has locks, everybody went to my hairdresser to go get like their hair styled and stuff. And then I just got my base done. And after that, I left. I had a whole bunch of more errands to run. We were looking for socks for the girls. I need to go back to Joann's because I never went back and got my ribbon. I need to go to Target. I stopped at Chick-fil-A and got some fries because I was starving. I got back home, became completely overwhelmed because I still had to pack. My cat was still here. I was like, oh my gosh. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, can you please come get Spade? So she was like, yes, I'll come get her. And then she ended up giving me a gift for me. She's like, this could be your something new. And she brought me a bride bangle bracelet from Alex and Annie in rose gold, and it was so beautiful. And it was so funny too because the last time her and I was in New York, we walked by H&M and she saw this dress, like, oh, this dress is so cute. And I went H&M and I ended up getting the dress for her and so I gave her a gift too. And she's like, oh, you got me the dress. I said, so then after that, my girlfriend, once she was done her stuff, she came to pick me up to take me to the hotel. She had to kind of like talk me off the ledge, help me finish packing. We packed up the car, drove downtown. Oh my gosh, it was a mess. I was crying by the time we got in there. Everybody came to the hotel room. We met out for dinner, and I was surprised because I didn't think that's what I didn't know what we were doing. But it was sweet, and I got emotional again. Like it was the mess. Oh my gosh. And then on Sunday is the day. So I woke up and I started doing my vows and I cried. And I cried. And he called me while I was doing this. He's like, are you crying? I'm like, yes. My girlfriend, she had to run to CVS to go get a last couple of like some last minute things. I got like showered. One of the makeup artists that was doing all of the girls' makeup, she came. She got herself like all set up or whatever. Then my sister got there, and then her and my one girlfriend took my husband his gift because he was staying in the hotel that we had the block at. So they went to go drop off his gift. At that point, my hairdresser had arrived, and I had her start like fixing because some of the girls, like some of their curls dropped, or edges need to be fixed, or whatever the case may be. The flower girls, they wanted their edges laid, so she kind of like touched all their stuff up. And at that point, my makeup artist that was doing my makeup, she ended up arriving. Oh my god, she freaking killed it. Like, oh my gosh, it was so good. And like, she was like, yo, she's like, this is better than a dang trial. Like, I was like, listen, the magic is just flowing through us. Like, it's just flowing. Everybody was just looking so good. His sister cried. Like, she's like, Joy, don't look at me because I'm crying. I'm like, girl, I said, I need you to get it together. We got a long way to go. So she came, she did that, and then it was time for me to get my hair done. And then while I was getting my hair done, the female photographer had arrived, and she was like, all right, she started getting stuff together. So we like fixed up the bed, all the girls put on their robes or whatever, and then she was like, okay, so he has another surprise for you. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, listen, I can't take nothing else, okay? So in walks a videographer. He surprised me with a videographer. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And my makeup artist had literally just left, and I start crying. So Jazz was still there, so I had to get her to kind of like touch me up a little bit. But oh my gosh, I was completely shocked. Okay, so we did all of our like getting dressed pictures and all that stuff at the hotel. Then we all got into the limo, got to the venue. My mom and sister helped me get dressed, and they was like taking like pictures and video of us doing that. And then we called my dad upstairs so he can get his first look to see me. And he cried. It was so special. Especially because like I'm his baby and I'm also his only girl. So it was awesome. We were late. It was hella late, but guess what? It's a wife now. So showtime came. All the girls went downstairs and they started walking, and then I got myself ready in the hall. Oh, we also did a prayer before too, and those pictures came out so beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. And then I walked down them steps, y'all, and we got married, and we took pictures, and we danced, and we drank, but we really didn't eat. It was such a good time. It was such a good time. And we just got back our photos, and we're waiting for the video. Like, it was honestly all that planning and all the stress and the headache that you go through with planning a wedding. It literally, like, at the end of the day, it don't even matter. Like, because even though you know what you want it to look like, it's going to be what it's going to be. But I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling about the wedding week. I'm so excited to finally have this video up. I will put pictures up on Instagram and tag all the shops if you have any questions. Also, leave any questions you have for me down below. Thanks. Bye.